Hey guys, welcome to this video. Today we are going to write a program for Fibonacci series. What is Fibonacci series? See guys, this is Fibonacci series 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. See 0, 1, 1, again 1, then 2, then 3, then 5, then 8. We have to make logic for this series. So see, firstly we will simply print 0 and 1 similar. Then we will add these two terms 1 plus 1 which is equal to 2, and then 1 plus 2 which is equal to 3, and then 2 plus 3 which is equal to 5, and 3 plus 5 which is equal to 8. So we have to make the logic for this. First two terms we will print the first two terms similarly, then we will add the two terms, and our next term will become result. Our result will be the next term. See 1 plus 1 which is equal to 2. Then we will move one step forward, and then 1 plus 2 which is equal to 3. Then again we will move one step forward, 2 plus 3 which is equal to 5. Again we will have to move one step forward, 3 plus 5 which is equal to 8. In this way we can print Fibonacci series. So guys, let's start coding this program. I have to declare a couple of variables for this purpose. Let's first I declared a, b. I will also need a next variable, then an variable and a counter variable. Then we have to ask the user how many times he want to see how many terms of Fibonacci series you want to see. So how many terms of Fibonacci series are required. Series are required. End of line. Scene n. Notice we have to print first two terms similarly. So our a will be is equal to 0 and our b will be equal to 0 and 1. Now I will print these two terms similarly. So cout a, and then we have to give some tab /t to give a tab between two terms, tab space b. Now we will use for loop to repeat again and again and calculate the sum of next terms. So for keyword, then in parentheses variable initialization. So we will initialize our count variable to 1. Why 2? We have initialized it to 2. Why? Because we have printed first two terms of Fibonacci series. So we will start from 2, and then count is less than this term. We have to print the Fibonacci terms till this, and then we have to increment the count variable. Then this is the body of our for loop count. Next is equal to a plus b. See, first we have printed these two terms, then we are saying that our next is equal to a plus b, means 0 plus 1. A contains 0, So A contains 0 plus B contains 1. 0 plus 1 which is equal to 1. So this 1 is assigned to this next variable. So our next becomes 1. So we will print our next variable cout next. We can give some space here so that this term is slash t and only slash t, then instruction operator and our next variable. Correct. So we have to write here cout not count. Sorry for that. Slash t. Cout is used console to display the output on the screen. We have declared this count variable, so we have to be careful. We have to be careful. So now see our logic. Now I will have to move one step forward so that our A becomes this and our B becomes this. So how we can do that? So we have to assign our B to A. So A is equal to B, so that our this B becomes A. So the value of B was 1. So the 1 is assigned to A. So this 1 is now our A. And B is equal to next. See, our next was 1. Our next was, we have printed this one. So this 1 becomes our B. So B becomes 1. Both A and B becomes 1. This is our A and this is our B now. And then our program is terminating. This is just to move one step forward. So our loop is terminating. So the control will again come to this counter variable and increment the value of count by 1. 2 plus 1 which is equal to 3. So 3 is less than n. Let's execute this program. Example 6. So 6 terms of Fibonacci series are applied. So the value of n is 6 because we have entered 6. So now see, our first iteration has completed. Now the control shift here, count plus plus. 2 plus 1, 3. Count was previously 2. So count becomes 3. 3 is less than n contains 6. We have entered 6. So 3 is less than 6. Yes. So next is equal to A plus B. Our A was previously this 1 and B was this 1. So 1 plus 1 which is equal to 2. So this 2 is assigned to this next variable. So our next becomes 2. So 2 is printed on the console window. Now we are saying that our B is assigned to A. B contains this one. So this one becomes our A. So this 1 is assigned to this A. And our next contains 2. So this 2 is assigned to this B. So our B becomes this 2. So this is now our A and this is our B. Now the loop is again terminating. So the control will shift here and increment the value of this counter variable by 1. So 3 plus 1 which is equal to 4. 4 is less than 6. Yes. So next is equal to A plus B which is equal to 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 which is equal to 3. So this 3 is assigned to this next variable. So our next now becomes 3. We can right here. So next becomes 3. So 3 is printed on the console window. See here, and 3 is printed, and then we are seeing that our B becomes A. Our B was previously 2, so this 2 becomes our A. Now this 2 is assigned to this A, so A becomes 2, and next contains 3, so this B becomes, we are assigning the value of next to B, so this 3 is assigned to B, so our D, now our B becomes 3, so this is our B, this is our A, this is our B. So again the loop is terminating. So again value of counter variable which was previously 4 now becomes 5. So again control will check this condition, 5 is less than 6, yes. So again control will shift here, A contains 2, B contains 3, 2 plus 3 which is equal to 5. So now our next becomes 5, and in next step we are printing the value of next. So 5 is printed because 5 is assigned to this next, so 5 is printed on the console window. Then we are again moving one step forward. We are assigning the B to A so that we can move one step forward. So this 3 is assigned to this A, so now 3 value of B which is 3 is assigned to A, so now our A becomes 3, so this is A, our A, and our next contains 5, so this 5 is assigned to B, and this is becomes our B, so this is our 5, our B. So our A is now 3 and B is 5. Again our loop is terminating here, closing braces, curly braces. So the control will again shift here and increment the value of counter variable which was previously 5. So 5 plus 1 which become, now it becomes 6. 6 is less than 6 because n contains 6. So 6 is less than 6, no, 6 is not less than 6. Our condition becomes false. So the control will directly skip the body of this loop and directly jump down the body of the loop down here, and our program will, so our control will directly shift here and our program terminates. So guys, this is the simple logic to print the Fibonacci series. Simple, firstly we have printed these two terms. Similarly then we are adding 0 plus 1, 1, then 1 plus 1, 2, then 1 plus 2 which is equal to 3, then 2 plus 3 which is equal to 5, then 3 plus 5 which is equal to 8. In this way we can print our Fibonacci series. So this is the simple logic. We have to, firstly we have to print these two terms similarly, then we will add these two terms and print, then we will add these two terms. So we have to move one step forward each time. So this is our logic to move one step forward each time. So guys, this is it for this video. Please don't forget to subscribe Programming Languages. Goodbye.